Welcome back to the UNICOM Engineering Flawless Execution Podcast. I'm your host, Michelle Dawn Mooney. Edge computing has emerged as a top priority with massive growth for enterprises looking to harness the power of data and AI to drive innovation. As OEMs race to capture this market opportunity, they face new challenges in designing, deploying, and managing IT infrastructure outside the traditional data center. In this episode, we will discuss trends driving enterprise adoption, the evolving technology landscape, and how Dell Technologies and Unicom Engineering partner with OEMs to tackle these challenges head on to deliver solutions at the edge. Ken Danton, Senior Director of Sales at Dell Technologies, is joining me in diving deeper into the edge, enabling hardware and services. And Ken is a seasoned professional in the OEM Solutions Division with a wealth of expertise and a strong track record of building relationships with partners and customers across North America. Ken is a true change agent at Dell Technologies, promoting new initiatives and illustrating the quality and value that building on Dell provides. We are excited to have him share his insights with us. So without further ado, let's jump into the conversation. Ken, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you very much for including me. And thanks to the viewers for taking the time to listen in and watch.
We're really excited to have you and excited to dive into this conversation. Before we do so, would you mind giving us a brief bio?
Yeah, so as mentioned, I'm a senior director at Dell. I cover our central U.S. and Canada territories. I've been part of the Dell and Dell OEM team for over 22 years, working with customers to embed Dell technologies in their solution that they sell as their own solution. So Edge, we've been selling solutions, and there's 40 different industry verticals we call on. A lot of them are at the edge. We have lots of experience bringing AI solutions, post chat GPT launch and all the interest, but really taking something in the Dell bag of tricks, doing it internally, working with an amazing partner like Unicom to turn it into the customer solution, and then supporting that globally. That's what we do. So I live in Austin, Texas, and enjoy what I'm doing.
Well, I am excited to get into this conversation, as I said before, Ken, and we're going to hear a lot of buzzwords because some popular topics and kind of, key issues that we'll be discussing today. And more importantly, not only some challenges maybe that people are facing, but some solutions, right? So edge computing and AI inferencing are hot topics right now. Can you explain Dell Technologies' overall vision and strategy for enabling these workloads for OEM customers?
Yeah, so as mentioned, like Dell Technologies and the Dell OEM Solutions Group, along with our partner Unicom, look, we're trusted technology partners. I personally have worked with the Unicom team for over 15 years, and dozens and dozens of customers in different verticals to help them, deliver their solution in the market. About 2 years ago, Chat GPT started the buzz of excitement, and Dell and Unicom were right there at the beginning together, helping to scope out these solutions and really give customers a framework to help them, do this in an efficient way. These tend to be massive, very complex global projects. And, together we've been able to help simplify that and provide a blueprint. So Dell's overall strategy, we've coined the phrase AI factories. So these are, a lot of companies, they had, even Dell had over 500 different AI focused projects internally that we were working on. And we came up with this framework internally that we've since productized and taken to market. And, it really helps streamline and give customers, choice and, a roadmap to follow so they avoid some of the common pitfalls that, CSPs and enterprise customers. And then as this moves to the edge, help make sure this is done efficiently and on time.
Talking about the excitement surrounding this conversation, what trends are you seeing in terms of enterprise adoption of edge computing? Because it's amazing to see how technology has moved so quickly. So which industries seem to be leading the way when it comes to the adoption?
Yeah, kind of the first phase we've seen is the large language model build out. And, every company is looking at this in every vertical right now. But my specific experience and some of the things that are most exciting is seeing how this is changing the healthcare industry, the retail industry, and really how computer vision is being used. The camera is the ultimate sensor to feed the large language models. But as once the models are trained, and this is implemented at the edge, I really think the computer vision industry in particular is going to be well suited to help drive this. But look, in order to do this, you have to have access to the data. You have to control your data. The data has to be structured in the right way. This is part of the consulting services that Dell offers to help make sure that it's not garbage in and garbage out, and you're able to securely control and implement your data. As I mentioned, the edge is where a lot of the rubber will meet the road for you and I to feel this and get the most impact from this in our daily lives. But so making sure that it's secure, making sure that these are trusted platforms that are easy to deploy and don't require rolling multiple trucks to install and maintain and things like that. Lots of energy. So sustainability, especially in Europe, huge concern for all governments. But some of these build outs consume a lot of energy, and so what we're seeing, how do we do this efficiently? Are you building out your solution in the right physical location to make sure that you have access to clean energy and economical energy? And then, as I mentioned, security, always important. You got to make sure that no bad actors are able to get access to your data. That is what is ultimately most important to most enterprises. But making sure it's secure and easy to implement. Those are some of the major trends that we're seeing.
Yeah, and it is amazing. Artificial intelligence is everywhere, all around us, but specifically for this conversation, they're using it in so many different ways that they didn't realize they could. So as more and more companies are looking to deploy AI and machine learning applications at the edge, what are some of the key infrastructure considerations and maybe some challenges they need to plan for?
Yeah, so I touched on one already. Is the data structured correctly? As you're building out your large language model, is it done in the right way that can be implemented and done at the edge? Is the infrastructure fast enough? The compute power is mind blowing of the technology that's available now and will continue to grow over time to make these decisions seamlessly, in a way that a human will have the patience to deal with and interact with. So you got to make sure that your infrastructure in the data center, in the cloud, multi-cloud, whatever you're building out, and most importantly at the edge, can handle the demands that the inferencing will place on it. So making a decision, where is the decision going to be made on the inferencing? At the edge is where we think the majority of this will be deployed over time. So you got to make sure that you have a solution that maximizes the efficiency, provides the speed to solve the questions, and then is it secure and easy to implement and install and maintain? These are all important things that must be considered.
And there really is a need for adaptation on all sides with this. Dell Technologies has a broad portfolio of servers, storage, networking, and other products. So, how are you evolving your offerings to then meet the unique demands of edge environments?
Yeah, so we have strong, we're usually the industry leader in the verticals that we play in. So we have amazing relationships with our technology partners. But Dell, look, we're not going to play in the IoT endpoint sensors and actuators. We're going to work with the companies that build those solutions out. We're going to include them in a secure way. But far edge, near edge, the compute side, in the core data center, in the cloud, these are all areas that Dell has decades of experience playing in. And we've spent the last several years building out a solution. Internally, we refer to it as Project Frontier for years. But recently, that project's been turned into a commercial product. We now call it Native Edge. And this is a kind of all-encompassing kind of operations, single pane of glass that can manage all of this, manage the deployment, make sure it's secure, make sure exactly what's on there. And the people that are interacting with the edge devices. Maybe it's in a retail store, maybe it's in a hospital. They don't have to be IT experts to do this. A lot of this, you plug it in, it communicates to the network, and self provisions in a secure way. And it's we spent a lot of time and are very proud of that native edge offering. So that'll be a huge component of what Dell builds off of and evolves over time. In addition to the building blocks of massive GPU clusters, the storage that's fast enough to do the inferencing, and then connecting to the endpoints in a secure manner that makes it all work.
Several times already in this conversation, you've hit on security. It's a top concern when deploying and then managing infrastructure outside the data center. How does Dell Technologies help OEMs ensure the security of their edge solutions from silicon to software?
Yeah, so I mentioned it, the native edge offering. It is an edge operation software platform, end-to-end deployment, management of diverse endpoints seamlessly, but it's built in automation, but zero trust security is built in. Dell has had security offerings, data protection offerings for many years. So we're well versed in this, and we've designed in zero trust security, through our work with various government projects to make sure that it's secure, here and at the edge. And this is native edge is really the evolution of years of development. And easier deployments. You got to trust that it's secure and make it open to support the various nuances that each individual company is trying to enact on their own.
I think many businesses realize the importance of partnerships. They're critical to delivering complete solutions. Can you highlight how Dell Technologies and Unicom Engineering work together to help serve OEM customers?
Yeah, so as I mentioned in the beginning, I personally have 15 plus years working with Unicom, know the team there very well, trusted partner, first in class engineering capabilities, global footprint, quality. They were a supplier to Dell, a supplier to EMC for many years, on top of the OEM relationship we have. That they've been playing in these the different verticals and have their fingers on the pulse of the technology industry, right there with Dell. So lots of trust, lots of capabilities that they have in their team, and again that global footprint and their engineering capabilities are way beyond the average, I guess, IT integrator. So they can bend metal, they can do design work to build a product for our mutual customers if a product like that isn't out there in the market. They have a very tight connection into our product group team within Dell in a way that doesn't break anything that Dell has put in place, but it augments it and makes it better, and again can be implemented globally in a secure way. So Unicom, tier one partner, they've won our OEM partner of the year, I think 4 or 5 times over in the last 6 or 7 years. So lots of trust, lots of familiarity with both teams, and they have access to Dell resources. So that just touches on a little bit of it.
And I want to touch on a feeling that I brought up in the beginning of the podcast, excitement. What excites you most when you think about the future of edge computing? And then how do you see Dell Technologies and Unicom Engineering leading and innovating in this space over the next 3 to 5 years?
Yeah, so a lot of excitement. Look, I'm a salesperson, so the technology spend has increased dramatically, and we're just in the early phases of this transformation our entire industry is going through. So I mentioned Chat GPT. Right now, we're in the early innings where it's really focused on the large language model build out. It started out with the cloud service providers. It's moving into enterprises who don't want to put their data into somebody else's cloud. That data is super important, but we think that that's 10% of the initial spend to really have the industry evolve in the direction that we think it will. So that the 90% that will be the edge. That edge deployment will be a massive opportunity for all of the players in this industry, to see growth and to help, bring these solutions to life. And 70% of that 90% will be implemented at the edge, and that is the place where Unicom and Dell have played for decades, delivering appliances, delivering customized solutions in all the different verticals we serve together. So just lots of opportunity. A rising tide should lift all ships type thing, but you have to be partnered with somebody that you trust, somebody that has the experience that has done this or similar things. And Unicom and Dell are well positioned to help capture that growth, and along with our technology partners. So lots of excitement, mainly because of the opportunity that is right in our wheelhouse to help our customers deliver. And that's ultimately what we're here for. People don't buy something if they don't need it, and we'll help them deliver that solution in an efficient manner, secure, global, all the things we touched on.
Any final thoughts as we're closing out here? Maybe some contact information or resources if people would like more information about what we're talking about here today?
Yeah, so I'm just one person who's part of a massive team within Dell, focused on this space, but part of an even larger team, within the larger Dell Technologies group. So we have different consulting services that we can help you if you don't know where to start. But like I said, our goal is to help streamline this. And through our partnership with Unicom, we think that together we have the engineering capabilities, the expertise serving different verticals for decades, and the quality, the security to make this less scary and ultimately less expensive than it could be if you were just starting out on your own.
Ken Danton, Senior Director of Sales for Dell Technologies. Ken, appreciate your time. Thank you for being here today.
Thank you very much. I happy to be here. I've had fun.
I did as well. And I want to thank all of you for tuning in and listening to this Flawless Execution podcast. And of course, you can visit unicomengineering.com for more information on Unicom, its partners, and services. I'm your host, Michelle Dawn Mooney. Thanks again for joining us. We hope to connect with you on another podcast soon.